about myself is I'm a very competitive person. Failure is not an option. Having a lot of the bad things happen to me, putting me into the hospital and learning from that, I started reflecting back and saying, you know what? I got into this industry to be healthy. I want to get myself into the best shape of my life, not only for my age, for any age, to get myself ripped up like I did in a competition. I need to step forward. By being humble, by being passionate, Gaspari Nutrition, it's the sky's the limit. Hi, this is Rich Gaspari and Flex Lewis. We're here for day 2 for my workout transformation. What I do on day 2 is actually biceps and triceps. I love training arms together. In off season, I'll do them separately, but when I'm getting ready for, say, this photo shoot or for a contest, I like training the supersets, getting a good pump on the bis, getting a good pump in the tris. I always start with triceps first, get the triceps pumped, and then directly into a bicep exercise. Let's get started. Okay, we're here at the first exercises that we're gonna be doing. We're actually gonna be doing a tricep push down and an incline curl. Now with triceps means 3-headed muscle. So I like to train the outer, middle, and inner part of the tri. Doing the tricep push down actually works the outer head of the triceps. What's really good about this exercise is that you can pull down and actually contract the tricep out where that horseshoe shows.
We can see with Rich, he's pushing down and then at the last moment he's spreading them out, basically keeping constant pressure on the triceps.
Directly to biceps. Versa grips are great too because you don't really have to do much wrapping. They go right around the bar.
So the method that I use is I envision myself trying to turn my pinky right in, my little finger, and as you can see, that's what Rich is doing there. It really contracts the bicep. Good.
And I'll finish up doing them together.
Come on. Dig deep, let's go. Come on. And again.
We're here for the next set of exercises we're gonna do for biceps and triceps. As I said before, I always start with triceps, go directly to biceps. I'm gonna do an old school exercise called seated French press. Basically, it's an overhead tricep extension. Like we said, the rope push downs work the outer head. This is more the middle head.
To make it heavier, you can pause at the bottom, guys. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Power up.
As he said, he stayed at the bottom and then pull it up. So it's called a rest pause. He's pausing at the bottom and then pushing it up. When you're doing a close grip curl, it actually works the outer head of the bicep. Wide grip curls work more the inner head of the bicep. The bicep is a 2-headed muscle, so you want to work the outer and the inner head.
I mean, you're grainier than some of the pros on stage at the moment. Yeah. Crazy vascularity. Let's go.
Last time I was in this condition, it's probably about 15 years ago. When I started this, I never even thought that I could get my body to be this grainy again, being in my late 40s, but I guess it's still possible, with training. I stayed in good shape most of my life, but getting myself in contest shape was another story, and was still able to achieve that. Okay, we're now for our third set of exercises. Basically, I'm gonna do an old school exercise. Not many people do this exercise. It's called a pullover press. Pullover press, basically, you're gonna go a pullover to stretch out the tricep. This is gonna work more the inner head. And then I'm gonna go into a bench press, a close grip bench press. So it's close grip bench press, stretch the tricep overhead, and then back. That's 1 rep. For me, this was a great exercise to put on a lot of, mass on your triceps. Yeah. Okay. From there, I'm gonna go to preacher curls. Now I'm gonna go wide grip this time because now I'm gonna work more the inner head of the biceps instead of the outer head like I did when I was doing the close grip.
You know what says Rich? It's a full stretch, and he's holding a squeeze at the top. Squeezing the crap of the biceps.
What I like about preacher curls is it really makes the exercise very, very strict. You can't cheat on preacher curls at all. It's an exercise you get your arms in place, and it's complete bicep isolation. Okay, our last set of exercises I'm gonna do are more for shaping the muscles and more peaking the biceps and more, bringing out the tricep head. What I'm gonna do is basically a cable kickback, supersetted with an old-fashioned concentration curl with a dumbbell, so I can really get that peak on the bicep. Let's get to the exercise. You're not really using heavy weights. What you're really concentrating is just squeezing the muscle out.
His body's over the machine, over the exercise. So basically the only range of motion is straightening out of the arm.
This is an old-fashioned, like, Arnold concentration curl. Really, you want to concentrate on supination and pronation. Basically, you're coming up, squeezing.
Come on, Rich. From this angle, you can see the whole bicep motion working. Balling up. You can see it all balling up. Squeezing. Good.
What's really important, too, is, flexing. Actually flexing the muscle can actually get it to come out more. In bodybuilding, it's all about what you look at on stage, and a lot of guys do all the training in the gym and don't practice posing. It's really important to practice the posing as well. For my arm training, I normally do 4 different exercises for biceps and for triceps, making it 8 different types of exercises, 4 for biceps, 4 for triceps. What I do is I change the exercises that I do. One of my favorites, besides doing the cable kickbacks, are crossover bench dips. This is an old school exercise back in the day that Arnold used to do. It's a great tricep exercise. Flex says he does them as well. You can do this with body weight. I usually save these at the end as well. So what I do is, put my legs over a bench. This exercise, you're just stretching out the tri, coming up and squeezing at the top. Now you could put weight on your lap, or I just like doing them until I get exhausted from it. That concludes day 2 of both biceps and tricep training that I do here with Flex. It's a great training because you're both training, getting a pump both on the triceps and the biceps, and you'll see huge gains in your arms in a very short period by doing this workout. Give it a try. Today we're gonna train legs. You want your legs to look wide, you want those hamstrings to sweep out. So I'm gonna get my legs into total oblivion, blitz them out so that they're burnt out. See you in the gym.